Right now, someone is lying to your face. They are looking into your eyes, choosing their words carefully, and you believe every single one. By the end of this video, that will never happen again. You are about to learn what interrogators, profilers, and intelligence officers use to catch deception in real time. This is not body language pseudoscience. This is the architecture of a lie, exposed. Before you can catch a lie, you need to understand what a lie actually does to the human body. Deception triggers cognitive overload. The brain must suppress the truth, construct a false narrative, and monitor your reaction all simultaneously. That mental strain leaks. It always leaks. And once you know where to look, you will see it everywhere. Sign 1. The micro-expression flash. A genuine emotion surfaces on the face for less than 1/5 of a second before the liar suppresses it. You will never catch it if you are looking at the whole face. Train yourself to isolate the upper face, the forehead, and the eyes. That is where control fails first. A flicker of fear, a flash of contempt. The truth escapes before the mask goes back on. Sign 2. The response delay shift. Honest answers arrive at a natural, consistent speed. When someone is fabricating, there is a subtle timing change. Not always slower, sometimes faster, because the lie was rehearsed. The tell is not the speed itself, it is the change from their personal baseline. You must establish that baseline first in casual conversation before you ask the question that matters. Sign 3. The anchor phrase. Liars feel a compulsive need to convince you. They over-validate. Listen for phrases that serve no informational purpose. Phrases like, "to be perfectly honest," or "I swear on my life." These are not statements. They are anchors. They exist to pin your belief in place because the words alone are not strong enough to do it. Sign 4. The detail paradox. Ask a liar to describe an event and they will give you a strangely curated answer. Too many irrelevant details in some places, suspicious gaps in others. Real memories are messy, non-linear, and full of sensory noise. Fabricated stories are clean. They are structured. They follow a logical sequence because they were built, not remembered. Sign 5. The pronoun retreat. When people lie about their own actions, they unconsciously distance themselves from the narrative. They drop personal pronouns. Instead of saying, "I did not take it," they say, "that did not happen." The self is removed from the sentence. This is not a grammar choice. It is the mind refusing to attach identity to a falsehood. Sign 6. The freeze response. Most people expect liars to be fidgety and restless. The opposite is often true. When delivering a critical lie, the body locks, movement stops, breathing shallows, gestures vanish. This is the limbic system entering a survival state. The body is playing dead, hoping the threat, which is you, passes without noticing. Sign 7. The eye-access contradiction. When someone recalls a genuine visual memory, their eyes tend to drift in one direction. When they construct an image, when they invent, the eyes move differently. This is not a universal rule. It varies between individuals. But within one person, the pattern is consistent. Learn their pattern, then watch for the moment it breaks. Sign 8. The emotional timing mismatch. In authentic reactions, the emotion and the words arrive together. When someone is faking, the expression comes a fraction too late or too early. Watch for the smile that appears after the sentence instead of during it. Watch for shock that flickers on before the news is fully delivered. The choreography of real emotion is effortless. The choreography of fake emotion is always slightly offbeat. Now you have the signs, but knowing them is not enough. The most dangerous mistake you can make is to use a single indicator as proof. One signal means nothing. Deception reveals itself in clusters. When 3 or more of these signs converge in the same moment around the same question, that is when you know. That is the fracture point. There is a method professionals use to force these clusters to the surface. It is called the cognitive load technique. You do not accuse, you do not confront, you simply increase the mental burden on the speaker. Ask them to tell the story in reverse. Ask unexpected detail questions. Request that they draw the scene. A truth teller handles this with mild effort. A liar begins to collapse under the weight of their own construction. Most people will never use this knowledge. They will watch this video, nod, and forget. But a few of you will practice. You will start watching baseline behaviors in every conversation. You will train your eye on the micro-expression window. You will begin to see the world as it actually is, not as people present it to you. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. If you found this valuable, subscribe. The next video will teach you something even more unsettling: how to make anyone trust you in 5 minutes. That one changes everything.